You got some fun stuff coming up with Smack Entertainment, right? You guys got some docuseries coming out, right?
Yeah, we got a docuseries coming out, Coach Vic. And this is the second one we did with Mike. Because Mike, we did the evolution of the black quarterback with Vic.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was awesome.
And which Andy Reid, your coach, played a big part in that doc, because think about the quarterbacks, McNabb, Vic, all these guys that he really brought in and gave a chance when other people probably wouldn't have. So he's been very instrumental in that. So that and now we have Coach Vic and his foray into coaching at Norfolk State.
That's
Norfolk State, baby.
Him and Deshaun Jackson going at it right there. Two former Eagle greats.
I came down for GMA and I was at the stadium and we had both of them there because they were doing the game there and at the link. And I'm like, I felt out of place in Philly, man. All that Eagle stuff. I'm like, we could have done this at a neutral site. Don't bring me over here to interview these guys at this point. But you know, right. So we got Coach Vic coming up. We have a movie coming out too. I'm going to screen it after we get done here. And that one is about John Madden. We did the documentary on the Madden video game.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then we did Bill Belichick on the Madden Cruiser for the Super Bowl in New Orleans. We produced that. And now we're doing the Madden movie with David O. Russell directing. Christian Bale plays Al Davis. Nicolas Cage plays John Madden. And so that I'm going to screen now because that's coming out.
Man, I can't fucking wait, man.
That's going to be good.
That looks awesome, man. That looks so fucking awesome.
It's going to be incredible.
And obviously, John Madden he's one of the biggest personalities that I like. He was the world when I was growing up. And I can only imagine what it was to actually be in a room with him and to enjoy who he was as a person, man.
But you know, those pregame meetings. I mean, imagine doing those pregame meetings and you're meeting with John Madden.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Good. And then you're at the stadium and that bus is sitting there and you're like, oh my God, John Madden here. That was more pressure than freaking John Runyon.
I got to ask you, you brought up John a couple times. I do got to ask you this. I see the highlights and I see a lot of Michael Strahan highlights. I know you've always given John his credit as being tough, physical, but what was it really like? What was it like for Michael Strahan going up against John Runyon?
Tough. Easier when he first got there because he was in Tennessee. And then when they brought him to Philly, the whole thing was, we brought him to Philly to stop Strahan, which pissed me off. So I studied John Runyon more than I probably studied anybody. Yeah. I could tell what he was going to do before he can do it. I could tell he was going to fart before he farted. That's how much, that's how much I knew that cat, right? But I will say, as we played each other more and more over the years, the tougher it got, the more savvy he got. He and Eric Williams with the Dallas Cowboys was my number one toughest guy. John Runyon and Leon Searcy, who was the offensive tackle, played in Pittsburgh and then in Jacksonville, where they were 2A and 2B. And so freaking strong and tough and smart. And I love John because John made me a better player. Those three I named made me a better player because playing against them made everybody else seem easy. And even at my Hall of Fame
figure, or the light catching on each sequin whenever she turned or leaned in for a private word with Travis Kelce. It was the aura of someone who seemed truly present, her hands animated as she recounted something only for him. Her signature blonde hair swept up in a knot that made her both ethereal and approachable. Paired with those black boots, she balanced Hollywood dazzle and Nashville grit, a style statement that echoed her ability to keep stardom thrilling yet real. Travis carried himself the way he does on the field, calm, collected, radiating quiet force that didn't demand attention but earned it. The striking blue of his graphic tee added a ripple of playfulness under the classic black leather jacket, a look that said this is a man who knows who he is, both beside the world's biggest pop star and in his own right. There was nothing performative about the way he pulled out Taylor's chair or the smiles they exchanged when they thought nobody was paying attention. Observers couldn't help but linger on how effortlessly they tuned out the world. Every now and then, Taylor would lean across the table and Travis would listen as if the restaurant's hum had faded away and her words were the only sound left. There was a tenderness in those glances that flashed like an unscripted lyric, repeated in the way their hands almost, but never quite, touched in the space between them. People talk about relationship goals all the time, but watching them made even the most cynical LA locals believe in a kind of easy magic between two people written into each other's narratives. And while the world breathlessly compiled lists of Taylor's Grammy nominations, debating her odds for Album of the Year or guessing which song might snag Song of the Year, she and Travis were focused on the unglamorous, unparalleled luxury of an ordinary shared meal. A glance around the room made it obvious that security took its job seriously, but did so with a velvet touch, blending into the background just enough to let the couple feel alone in a city of millions. Their privacy was protected not by walls or dark windows, but by a mutual aura of respect from the staff, who seemed to instinctively know when to appear and when to vanish. Diners caught in this orbit stole glances and snapped mental photographs, aware that they were witnessing not just celebrity, but genuine affection at its peak. That night in LA was more than a prelude to another awards ceremony. It was a snapshot of Taylor Swift at a crossroads of her life. An artist at a creative zenith, but also, perhaps for the first time, at home in the hush of something stable, even sacred, with someone who feels like shelter amidst the thundering applause. Travis Kelce, for his part, has often been described as the epitome of the composed athlete, unfazed by pressure. But in this candlelit setting, he was more than a football star. He was the anchor in her orbit, the steady hand behind the scenes who made the sudden rush of stardom seem less daunting. Fans online would soon dissect every moment of the dinner. Who reached for whose hand first? What bottle of wine sat unopened at their table? The inspiration for Taylor's glow. Yet behind all that speculation was an undeniable truth. This was not a celebrity couple putting on a show, but two people finding peace and joy in each other's company before the curtain lifted on another explosive chapter in their public lives. It takes a certain kind of chemistry to turn scenic LA into a silent witness, and that evening the city seemed to bow its head, letting the noise and drama play out somewhere far in the background. Against all odds and all expectations, Taylor and Travis showed that beneath the gloss of fame, life's most meaningful moments can still appear in stolen glances and whispered jokes, just as precious, if not more, as any golden trophy gleaming under the Grammy lights. That chance meeting of worlds, music and sport, artistry and athleticism, glamour and groundedness, made their dinner not just another date, but a testament to how even icons crave the everyday magic of falling in love right in the eye of the storm. And as the door closed behind them, Los Angeles felt just a little more luminous, charged not with the frenzy of celebrity, but the quiet certainty that something genuine had just unfolded in the city of illusions.